Hi, in this video we will implement the Python file and artificial neural network used in this artificial neural network model app into a new app of our own. Here I've got the Python file that loads the ANN model, and here is the ANN model itself. Now let's create a new blank app on MecSimCalc. We will need to fill out these fields for the app's info. Now this program will need 6 numeric inputs, so let's add them all into the input section. Now we'll go into each numeric input and change its label and variable name, making sure that the spelling of the variable names are correct. We will also change each input value's default value. This isn't necessary, but it will be easier to run as we don't need to enter valid inputs every time the program is run. The first input is for d/t. We'll change its default value to 80, and after our changes, we will click on Apply Changes. The second input is a/t. Third input is L2/dt. Fourth input is y/u. Fifth is maxPE. And finally, sixth is GC. So here I have added the valid input ranges for each of the inputs in a rich text box. This is just to remind the user of the valid input ranges they can enter. Now let's move on to the code section. Now, the Python for running the model requires TensorFlow and Pandas libraries. Additionally, the program requires the ANN model to be uploaded to the environment so that the Python code can access it. Therefore, we are going to modify our environment. A premium MecSimCalc account will be needed to modify the environment, which allows for this app's functionality. We will create a new environment. We can rename it, and here we can search for our libraries. So TensorFlow. We don't need to choose a version, and we will add it. Then let's search for pandas. Again, we can leave the version alone and add it as well. Now we will upload the ANN model, so the H5 file in this section. After adding these three things, we will click on Build Environment and start build. This process can take 5 to 15 minutes, so this video will now cut to when the build has finished. Now we will click Select Environment. Now we can simply copy the content of the Python file and directly paste it into the code section. The Python file takes care of importing libraries and returning outputs. As shown here, the Python program will, in the end, return a prediction variable, which will contain the result of the predictions using the model. Next, in the output section, we can write this sentence and enter the prediction variable from the code section. Finally, we can go to the preview section to test the app out. Default values are already input, so all we need to do is click Run. And here is the prediction result. So as we can see, we have successfully implemented the Python file and ANN model onto a new app of our own. Thanks for watching.